Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the series where I talk about all the games I played in the previous month. To the series where I talk about all the games I'm interested in the upcoming month. Month for this video is July of 2026. Years just flying by, and there's a ton of games coming out this month, but only a few I'm really interested in. And honestly, we'll get to it soon, but two of them aren't even technically coming out, but let's just get right into it. Into what I mean straight up on the second, but only in Japan, unfortunately. But I'm going to mention just mostly just kind of so having it out loud, having it here. I feel like it's going to make me remember more and think about more in the future. Having a Goemon collection, Goemon. If anyone doesn't know him, and I feel like it's a lot of people, I barely remember him. He's this weird little character, purple hair. He was on the Nintendo 64 era. I had a top trump card of him. I remember we rented one of them on the N64 when I was a kid. I remember seeing my brother or my dad play it in the back, and I remember nothing else. I remember one specific little platforming section. I never got to play it, so I'm assuming either I was doing something else or the family just didn't like it to a point where we returned it. I cannot imagine why else I wouldn't have even tried it. But I've been always. It's something I think about every once in a while. It's like, Goldman, I wonder what that was. I should check into it sometime. But now, hopefully, this will come to the West too, because I would. They usually do. It's a Konami collection. If there's one thing they've done right in the last 10 years, it's collections. It's remaster collections. They've been phenomenal with them. So hopefully this will come to just 13 games apparently. So I'm assuming they weren't all on Nintendo 64. I don't know where else they were, but I'm really looking forward to this. I cannot wait for this to come to the West, and it better. I've zero like doubt that it will, but you never know. On the 9th, we have Backyard Baseball. Apparently, I think there's like a big series of it, a Backyard series. I don't know if it's other sports games or other baseball games, but it's what it's advertised. It's Backyard Baseball. A bunch of kids playing baseball, backyard. I like baseball to an extent, but I'm not good at the more fancy, more sophisticated, rule heavy, realistic ones. I think when it comes to, I always said sports games are more fun the less realistic they are. But if I'm going to be realistic and honest about it, I think what I actually meant was when I suck at sports games and don't understand them, they're better when they're arcade games. The less rule heavy they are, yeah. But that's because I'm not a sports guy. Couldn't tell. I know. I hope you're sitting down for that one. But yeah, I like arcadey baseball. I played the Wii Sports one a lot, but other than that, I haven't really played any. I tried the MLB one. I suck. But I'm looking forward. I might get this. It's gonna be a up or down kind of thing. On the day, I'll just be like, maybe. We'll see. Speaking of games that are not coming out in the West, on the 9th we have another game called Magical Girl Witch Trials. I honestly don't know much about it. Apparently, there's like 11 girls accused of being a witch. I don't know what. Again, I haven't looked into this too much because it's a story game. I don't really want too much. But it's been described having like a Danganronpa kind of flow to it. Start off with a murder investigation, find the person who did it. 90% of what got me interested in this game, actually, partially the name. For some reason, it caught me. But the art style, I've definitely seen this game before. I probably talked about it when it was being released on PC. Come to Switch. I'm getting contradictory information about whether or not it has subtitles. I'm going to look into it. If it does, I'm getting it. This game looks fascinating, and I really want to play it. If I can find it with English subtitles, and then I'll just wait it out and hope for the best. But fuck this art style. Enough. I've said it before. If I know nothing about a game, the best way to get me interested right from the beginning, if I know nothing else, is with a unique, interesting art style that I like. It's happened a few times. Blue Reflection was what got me with that, and I liked that game. Life is Strange was the concept art. Loved that game. Hasn't always worked out, but I really want to get this if I can. Actually, right now it might be my most like sought after game that's coming out technically in the future. Depends on how you want to look at it. I'll quickly mention the PAL World on the 10th. PAL World is getting us a full official release. It was in early access before. Everyone knows it. I played a bit of it. I enjoyed what I played of it. I do need to get back into it because I didn't play much, but I got sucked in while I was playing it. But I just, once I put it down, it was hard to get back to. I'm trying not to play too many games at the same time, but I might try to get back to this when I finish one of the ones I am playing. On the 16th, we have one I'm not even too excited for. I'm not even that. I probably won't even get it, but just it's. I have to mention it just because of the name, and it looks interesting enough. Sorry, what was it? 70s style robot anime Geppy X. How could I not mention it? It's a side-scrolling kind of shooter kind of game. What's is that? Is that just it? Side-scrolling shooter? Is there anything else I'm missing? Is shoot 'em up the right term when it's yeah, it is right, yeah. Yeah, side-scrolling shoot 'em up. That's it, yeah, yeah. You play as a robot, it looks decent. I just wanted to mention I just wanted an excuse to say 70s style robot anime Geppy X.
70年代風ロボットアニメ「ゲッピー X」2026年7月16日あの時代の熱を今改めて体験せよ
On the 16th we have Moss the Forgotten Relic. I think this was a VR exclusive game before, but basically you play as it, and I was coming out in modern systems with no VR. You're the narrator and you control a little mouse creature to beat enemies, solve puzzles, or like perspective based puzzles. I've always seen this game around, and it would always go the exact same way without fail. Oh, this looks kind of all VR only. Next. I hope it doesn't lose too much not being in VR, but I've never had any much interest in VR. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, if I had it, I'd play some of these things, but I could never justify buying one. What were they, like 200 at a time? It's like, that's not enough for how much I know I would use it. I guarantee if I had got one, it would have spent 90% plus of its time under my couch somewhere gathering dust. So, someday VR will get there.
We hope it is yours to finish. Shall we begin?
Also on the 16th, Poppergeist. It's a rhythm game where you play in poppy style. I'm ashamed to say how long it took me to understand that Poppergeist was, poppy and not poppet, as in puppet, not like a female poppy. I don't even understand how this game works. There's no indication on screen, but it has my interest, and I'm not even sure why. It's another one where I'll probably decide last minute, we'll see what the price. But it looks cute. Nothing else to say. It confuses me. On the 23rd, Avatar Legends, the fighting game. Had to be mentioned. I love Avatar The Last Airbender. It's been a long time since I watched it. I have to go back at some point, but it's a big part of just a very specific section of my childhood. I loved watching it as a kid. It was just a big, I don't know, it was like one of my first older kid shows, I guess. I feel like it was one of the first things I watched was an animated style that wasn't anime. Even then, I don't know if I've been watching that back then outside of just stuff I'd found on TV. I don't know if I had like internet back then. Other than that, it just looks like your average kind of what you'd expect. But it's Avatar, and that will always have my interest. It would probably be the best Avatar game ever. Believe it or not, that's not a compliment. It's just a very low bar. Suppose I should mention, on the 28th, Halo campaign evolved. Halo's coming to PS5. If that's not a sign of things like Gears of War, sure. Forza, sure. Anything else, whatever. Halo. That is basically the equivalent of when, I feel like when Sonic went to Nintendo consoles. Anything else, it might be that's kind of something, but Halo, that's a big one. I probably won't get this at least anytime soon. It's probably going to be full price, and Halo's always one of those things where it's like, yeah, if I had an Xbox or 360, I probably would have picked it up, but it'll depend on the price. Like I said, I'm not paying full price for a fucking Halo remaster. Fuck that. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be decent. I would like to check to see what it's all about. I've only played 4 with my brother for a little while, years ago. Yeah, it's a weird time.
Bring a Spartan. Chief, you ever get tired of being the strong, almost silent type? No.
On the 29th, the Blood Rain trilogy is getting a remaster collection. I don't know much about this. All I know about the series is I remember seeing like the cover art on a magazine, and I remember how I feel like I have a vivid memory of being like 39%. That was the score they gave it, which nowadays more than ever, that definitely fascinates me a bit more when it has a bad score like that. Just plugging my charger. I don't know what it was though. For some reason, when I was like 14 and I saw the cover, something about it I had my attention. Even hearing it was a bad game, something about it caught my interest, and I can never figure out why. It's just one of those things that we'll never figure out. In all seriousness, it is a franchise that's always interested me a bit. I will definitely, most likely check this out. This is probably one of the games this month I will most likely get.
Yes, it's a very good thing.
On the 30th, Blue Reflection. Funny, wow, that wasn't even intentional when I mentioned that earlier. Wow. I completely forgot about this. Blue Reflection Quartet. It features the first game, the second game, the mobile game, and the anime. I played a good chunk of the first one. I enjoyed what I played, but never finished it. Always wanted to finish it so I could try the second one, because I've heard that's even better, and this seems like the perfect excuse. Go back, finish the first one, get this, have them all. If you don't know what it is, it's basically like Persona set in an all-girls school, and a bit more of a faded dream-like feel to it almost. It's definitely the highlight is the characters. They were I really liked all the characters in this game, and that's what makes me want to go back. And other than that, it really is very Persona-like. turn-based RPG, everything like you're getting more stuff as you level up character relationships. It's all a girl's persona. Let's just leave it at that. Can't wait to go back to it. I have to get back to it. It was really fun at times. Technically no release date, but Dino Blade is apparently coming out too. What is it? It's a Dinosaur Souls. Like, do I need to say anything else? I just found out about this like 2 or 3 days ago, and it looks really, really high potential. Only on PC at the moment, so I won't play it anytime soon, but wow. When it comes to Souls, like, I was even thinking about this at the time, I was like, unless it's a FromSoft one, most of the time I feel like people are going to be like, oh, or from a franchise that people already like. Most people, I feel like, are just kind of, oh, another Souls, like, not even, like, probably not going to be that great, let's be real, because if not from software, it's probably going to be at best average most of the time. So they have to have something more interesting, more unique to grab you. Whether it be Lies of P with her Pinocchio, it's inspiration. Another Crab's Treasure, which had its problems, but it was really charming. This is probably one of the few that I'm like really, definitely getting. And I look forward to it. Actually, like, I like dinosaurs. I like Souls. Like sometimes I'm balls. Like I'm very deep into Dark Souls 2 at the moment, brain wise. It's occupying a lot of me. So hey, who knows? Maybe this will be the perfect like transition. Go from this to that if it comes out not on PC. And yeah, that's it. I was thinking earlier as well, it's been very light on adaptations not even that I care about, that I can even like pretend that I'm caring about. You know, the ones where I feel like the last times I was like for the last couple of years I was like, oh, here there's at least one a month where I was like, oh, here's one that's coming out from a franchise I recognise. I might check this out, and I don't, but I at least have the delusion that hey, maybe this will be interesting enough. I feel like this year has been barren. Like last year alone, I feel like every month, like here's an adaptation, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. Every month there was at least 2 or 3. This year, oh wow, it's been dead. Sometimes you might even find one a month. Actually, this has been pretty short. Let's just ruin that by just checking really quick. Okay, 4 in January, 1 in February, then April 2, May 1, June 1. Nothing listed now till September after that. 2 in September, 1 in October, 1 in December. 4 with no release date. That's crazy. I feel like last year, I was just like, and here's the adaptation stuff, and there'd be 4 to choose from. It's weird. I know there's going to be peaks and valleys, sure, but well, yeah. Either way, that's everything I'm looking forward to next month. It's bigger than I thought. I was like, wow, about probably 50 games this month. A few of them interesting, but there's more than I thought. These actually all look, yeah, most of these looks like something I could actually get, and look really interesting to have. Hopefully that Witch Trials game is something I can pick up, and it's right about having an English translation, or at least like an English subtitle version. Absolutely getting after is. But yeah, as always, let me know what you're looking forward to next month. Let me know what I might have missed, and see you for the next one. See you then.